And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the defending world champion. He wears maroon with blue and gold trim. He scaled at the lightweight limit of 100. Undefeated IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Wearing gray trunks with gold trim, he brings a perfect record into the ring. Way of knockout. He is the 2016 Olympic silver medalist, the former featherweight champion of the world, the reigning and defending
Protect yourself at all times. Keep this fight clean at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck, touch him up.
Waiting on a mistake. Oh, and right now, you can see the. Oh, there it is. The offense.
Oh, there's a good left hand from Shakur Stevenson as came straight in. Shakur Stevenson filled that gap. Speed, hitting what he's doing.
Good
right
shot.
hand from Lopez.
Oh,
He lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur.
The opening bell chimed, and immediately, Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson converted that squared circle into a high-stakes battle of wits, where every single twitch carried a hidden motive and every...
Shakur Stevenson filled that gap. Speed, hitting what he's doing.
good
Right
shot.
hand from Lopez.
Oh,
He lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur's reaction to Kenny Bayless.
woo. Meeting them with the straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with a left hand. Pinpoint accuracy. Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
I think it was more.
Shakur initiated with absolute surgical precision, weaponizing his southpaw jab not just to score points, but to set elaborate traps, hovering just beyond Teofimo's lethal range and forcing the takeover into a constant state of resetting. Yet, Teofimo remained chillingly poised. He stalked forward with a calculated patience, firing off deceptive feints and loading his hips, simply waiting for the...
Good shot.
With the right uppercut. The switch hitter comes in behind that jab and around with that right hand. It was mostly blocked. There's an uppercut on the inside.
He's just trying to use that as a rangefinder. He's looking for the uppercut and the combinations.
He
He's
just
looking
threw
for power.
it.
Not liking it at all. Will get frustrated. He will commit.
There were elite sequences where Shakur appeared completely untouchable, a ghost in the ring, evading haymakers by a mere fraction of an inch, pivoting off the line, and stinging Teofimo with sharp,
Himself and go back to his old.
Slow him down to the body.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
He got Shakur standing still.
Side again. Trying to cut off.
Shot over the top besides that left hook. It's puzzled by the miss.
On the clap. As he just came out southpaw.
but then, without warning, Teofimo would shatter the rhythm, surging inside with lightning-fast combinations that forced Shakur against the ropes, landing thudding hooks that served as a violent reminder that this was no sparring session. As the rounds ticked away, the tactical landscape shifted. Shakur began digging into the ribcage, baiting Teofimo's guard high before snaking shots downstairs, while Teofimo countered with brute strength and raw aggression, leaning on his man and throwing every punch with bad intentions. The momentum didn't just swing, it surged in violent waves, with both elite
Shakur Stevenson filled that gap. Speed, hitting what he's doing.
Good
Right
shot.
hand from Lopez.
Oh,
He lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur's reaction to Kenny Bayless.
woo. Meeting them with the straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with a left hand. Pinpoint accuracy. Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
I think it was more.
By the championship rounds, it evolved into a pure test of willpower versus accuracy. Shakur kept his composure, picking his shots with cold efficiency to conserve fuel, while Teofimo hunted like a predator, searching for that one cinematic opening to flip the script of the entire night. When the final bell echoed, both men remained standing, chests heaving, faces battle-worn. Neither truly satisfied because the 36 minutes of combat provided no easy answers.
I want to bet whatever. Whatever you want to bet.
Whatever.
Whatever you want to put up.
I bet that you can't.
No, say it, say it, say it.
I bet that your mouth can't fit.
Say what you bet.
I would smack this. I smack this. What you just say? Hey.
You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. You know
Hey,
that, man.
hey, to all y'all, when do you are, hey, when does everybody consider
I would
leaving?
smack the out of
Leaving
you, boy.
in your mouth.
Hey, I would smack the out of you.
Like, yo, he's an acrobat.
Let's
now
go,
he's in the
champ.
Back at the weigh-in, the atmosphere was actually heavier than the fight itself. Shakur Stevenson hit the stage first, looking stone cold and unbothered, as the needle settled perfectly at 138.
£138.6 for the undefeated challenger, Shakur Stevenson.
Teofimo Lopez followed with a different kind of electricity, his shoulders loose and confident, though the scale tipped at 139.6 pounds, a full pound heavier than his rival. The visual contrast was undeniable. Shakur appeared shredded and laser-focused. Teofimo looked robust and dangerous. When they finally locked eyes for the face-off,
$139.6 for the reigning and defending champion.
Shakur remained an immovable statue, chin tucked behind his shoulder. Teofimo leaned in just enough to invade the space, chest out, jaw clenched tight. Security was on edge, but neither fighter flinched. It was a display of frozen, controlled hostility. As cameras flickered like a thunder.
I'm ready. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I've been boxing guys like this since I was 8 years old, outboxing them, outsmarting them. This is gonna be nothing different.
There's a lot of energy between you two guys this week. What was your final message to him at that face-off?
I can't wait to see him tomorrow. I can't wait. It's my time. I've been ready for this moment since I was a child, and now it's all coming together.
The final press conference eventually shed its promotional skin and turned deadly serious once the true stakes were articulated. When Rick Reno framed this moment as potentially the crown jewel of Teofimo's resume while labeling it the ultimate test for Shakur, the energy in the building transformed. It stopped being a marketing exercise and
the odds against Lomachenko, he upset the odds against Josh Taylor, and if he upsets the odds on Saturday, for me, it's the biggest win of his career because I regard Shakur as a better fighter than the other two guys. That's just my opinion.
Eddie Hearn doubled down on that sentiment, emphasizing that neither of these men needed this fight for the money. He made it crystal clear, this was about the pursuit of legacy. Two lions in their absolute prime choosing the mouth of the wolf over a safe payday, choosing the hallowed ground of Madison Square Garden because they know
aren't standard guys. These are guys that are chasing greatness in a sold-out arena that has hosted Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson and Rocky Marciano. That's what these guys are after. They're chasing legacy.
The civility evaporated when James Prince injected some street-level tension, guaranteeing that Shakur would dismantle Teofimo. He mixed sharp humor with stinging trash talk that eventually got personal, instantly cranking the heat in the room. Shortly after, Teofimo's camp looked back at history, drawing parallels to the Lomachenko upset and reminding the world that Teofimo is most lethal when he is the man being overlooked. Beneath the smiles, there was a quiet, jagged warning. From that point on, all decorum vanished, bets were shouted, insults were traded, and
like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. You know
Hey,
that, man.
hey, to all y'all, when do you are, hey, when does everybody consider
I would
leaving?
smack the out of you.
Leaving nuts in your mouth.
Hey, I would smack the out of you.
Like, yo, he's an acrobat.
Let's
now
go,
he's in the
Jam.
clown mode. Stop clowning, man.
Let's go, Jim.
Hey,
Ain't nothing to be
watch
funny
your
about.
So
words,
big,
nigga.
it's like
You
a foot in
respect
your
me,
mouth.
pussy.
Hey, look how they get riled up. Oh, yo, can it be Saturday already?
All right.
Let it be Saturday already.
Shakur eventually brought the room back to earth by explaining the presence of hundreds of kids he brought from New Jersey. A moment of calm, community-driven purpose that made the preceding chaos seem even louder. He reinforced his ironclad mindset, stating that the fight wasn't personal because emotion is a tactical weakness, proving just how calculated his brain is. Teofimo's closing was different, spiritual and certain. He claimed he had never been more mentally aligned, declaring himself locked in, and finishing with a simple, haunting promise to win that stayed in the air long after.
And you know one thing though, hey look, my only last thing, Shakur,
and you can't change
when it's all
that.
said and done, because I've been in that
Your
position,
words
but
can't
when it
change
comes
that.
to you,
Saturday night,
Words
make sure
can't
y'all
change
tune
that.
in. I'm gonna beat this boy.
all right
Which
now,
one? Everything
when it
I
comes
love.
to it,
Hey, yo.
Make sure
when it
y'all
comes
tune
to
in.
it, when it comes to it,
the way you
they
box,
all not gonna be
the way
cheering you
box
on after this.
Immediately after the presser spiraled into mind games, Teofimo grabbed a side mic and channeled that chaos into pure fuel. What was fascinating wasn't the trash talk, but how he viewed the fight through the lens of energy and timing. It felt like he was fighting the universe itself. When he denied the narrative about bringing up family, you heard a man who felt wronged by the media and was daring the world to come find out the truth. When he said he saw evil in Shakur's eyes, whether you agree or not, it exposed his warrior spirit. He wasn't thinking about a sport. He was thinking about a spiritual war. When he addressed his father's absence with total calm, it signaled a Teofimo who was centered, steady, and
Anything that you might have just gotten under his skin where you sense any sort of fear?
Oh yeah, it'll show. I just gotta rip it out. Just gotta take it out from his soul. Show the real fear that he has inside him.
He said he was doing some mind games in that, in the press conference to get into your head. You feel like he got into your head? You stayed composed the whole time. Normally, when people do that to you, you always stay composed. Do you feel like he got into your head with those mind games?
What mind games were they doing?
The gift for your dad, talking to
Oh,
him.
look how God works. I said it though.
when he laughed about making Shakur jump out of his seat and called it all a game, that was vintage Teofimo mischief. But don't be fooled. There was a psychological blade behind it. He loves throwing stones into still water just to watch the ripples. His most chilling line wasn't about a knockout. It was saying, the first punch changes everything. It showed a profound belief in momentum. When he refused to leak a game plan, stating he had many, it wasn't arrogance. It was the wisdom of a man who has been in the trenches. His energy was a beautiful contradiction. The joker and the philosopher, the pressure fighter and the smiler. You can doubt his words, but you cannot ignore his presence. This wasn't a scream for attention.
It gives you bad or evil vibes, or his camp or whatever.
Just all of it, his persona, the way he carries himself, the way he said he's gonna beat my ass right here, right now, if he wanted to. And all I'm thinking about is that time when he punched a civilian at a nightclub after in the parking lot, and then when he actually swung and hit a woman at the same time. Every time he tells me he's gonna beat my ass, he be right there. That's what comes back to my mind is that video. So, that's evil though. That's really.
Then came the heavy mention of Terrence "Bud" Crawford. When Shakur admitted that this time, he would actually listen, it felt ominous because he's already a genius when he's just winging it. Now, he was adding Bud's structure to his own natural brilliance. He systematically dismantled Teofimo's past victories as situational flukes rather than feats of dominance, breaking down a legacy into cold variables. When he spoke about saving his anger as a tool for fight night, it was the language of a veteran in a young man's body. No screaming, no talk of destiny, just a man holding a weapon until he needs it. Even his P4P ranking talk was precise. Top 4, not 1. Shakur sounded like a man.
You feel like you got into his head, just talking about his dad and, bringing that gift. Was that something that you planned?
No, I didn't plan that, but I see he tried to get in my head, so I returned the favor. He got a little bit too disrespectful.
How did he get disrespectful?
I heard him say something about my mother. I don't like mother games. I don't play certain games like that, so I don't respect that shit. At the end of the day, it's a fight. Good job. Keep trying to do what he's doing, but I got to just stay focused on
Just as Shakur finished outlining the disciplined path, Terrence Crawford himself stepped into the light and shifted the entire conversation from a Saturday night fight to a lifetime legacy. Bud spoke like a man who had conquered time itself, discussing his retirement after decades of taking and giving damage. It wasn't about avoiding anyone, it was about absolute clarity. He shut down the comeback rumors by asking a logical question: who is even left? He didn't say it with ego, just facts. When Teofimo Sr.'s name was mentioned, Bud simply brushed it off like dust. That was pure maturity. Sell your fight, don't use me. The pivot point was when he spoke about Shakur being the next one. Bud didn't
Title being up on the line at 135 or a title versus title thing, because he's mentioned that a lot, like only he has something to lose.
Nah, it was never no talk about title versus title, but I don't know what, I don't think he really normal, because he not really thinking he say, oh, he's the only person with something to lose in this situation. But same way his life on the line, my life on the line too. So I don't look at it that way. I can't see how he's the only person I am.
That wasn't promotional hype. That was a king's guidance. Bud showed genuine pride in the next generation. When he compared his own style to the four kings, having the southpaw stance of Hagler, the dancing feet of Leonard, the inside grit of Duran, and the reach of Hearns, it didn't sound like bragging because his resume is the proof. What resonated most was the raw emotion regarding his retirement. It was a cocktail of relief and heartbreak. He was glad the physical toll was over, but it clearly hurt to walk away from his first love. That was a human moment. When Bud said boxing is still evolving and we'll see what's next, it felt like a silent, royal passing of the torch. Shakur is focused on the battle.
Listen, a lot of people keep asking me why I retired. When you've been doing this sport since you was 7 years old, and I'm 37 at the time, well 38 when I retired, you know, that's 30 years, bro. 30 years. So you ask yourself, if you've been taking your body through hell for 30 years, would you retire? All right then, so there go your answer. So that's why I retired. There's nothing else for me to accomplish in the sport of boxing. I gave my all to boxing, but I'm not going to give my health to boxing.
When you finally zoom out and connect all these moving parts, the fight that felt like a live laboratory, the weigh-in stare-down that was louder than a shout, and a press conference that turned into a psychological thriller, Teofimo is framing this as a date with destiny. Shakur is treating it like a surgical operation, and Bud Crawford is standing over it all like a master who has already cleared the final boss. This wasn't just a moment in time, it was layers of boxing history unfolding at once. Styles clashing, massive egos colliding, and generations overlapping in the dark. Nothing feels settled, and that is exactly why this hit so hard. One man...
Yeah, for sure. When he beats Teofimo, he'll be a 4-weight world champion. You know, I'm a 5-weight world champion, and I can see him becoming a 5-weight world champion as well. You know, Shakur got all the tools and all the abilities to do bigger and better things than me, and that's what I'm hoping for him to do.
One trusts the chaos of the moment. The other trusts the discipline of the clock. Boxing sits right in the middle, demanding you choose which philosophy survives when the leather starts flying. There are no easy answers here. Just a fight that demands your respect and your debate. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who had the better mental game? Whose style wins on the night? And how did you see this masterpiece unfold? Like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more from Fighter. I'll see you at the next bell.